The World Health Organization has finally raised the red flags on artificial sweeteners, saying that they certainly will not help you in your long-term weight loss goals. Instead, they could cause diabetes and also cardiovascular diseases. All right, we get it. It is just too much information to process. And that's the reason why Health 360 is digging deep. We research extremely hard to discuss and understand what really is this red flag on artificial sweeteners all about. It's a big trending topic. Everybody is talking about artificial sweeteners, and Health 360 is now telling you the truth about fake sugars. I'm Sneha Mordani. So what really has the World Health Organization said causing so much confusion and panic around artificial sweeteners? Why has the world body then said that aspartame, sucralose, stevia found in thousands of products aren't really good for us? What is the data that they really have relied on? This report is going to give you an idea.
Popping sugar-free gums containing aspartame or stevia for your beverages, sugar-free juices, protein bars, chocolates, and a whole range of products thinking they will help you, you then really need a rethink. A whole range of non-sugar sweeteners usually consumed by many diabetics and non-diabetics and seen as healthy alternatives to sugar are not to be consumed by non-diabetics and to be consumed by diabetics in a regulated way, the WHO has said. Non-sugar sweeteners, splena, stevia, aspartame, sucralose, acesulfame K, advantame, cyclamates, neotame, all of them should not be used by non-diabetics, says the World Health Organization. The WHO's review of the available research found groups who regularly consume non-sugar sweeteners had an increased risk of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease.
Non-sugar sweeteners, which include all kind of sweeteners, which are non-caloric, which don't give you calories, but like aspartame or like stevia or other, there are so many, which companies claim that there is no added sugar on them. So people just go by those promotional campaigns and buy those products thinking that it will not harm. Now the evidence comes that in the long term they can do harm.
Artificial sweeteners are found in processed foods. For example, the sweetener called erythritol activates platelets, the blood cells which cause clots when they clump together. Such clusters block blood flow in different parts of the body, since its presence or levels are not revealed on packages of processed foods.
Some people feel that I have already not consumed sugar, so I can eat more of the other stuff. So like that, it actually encourages more food without any restriction, because people feel that it is something helpful, it is good for fitness. Some people, some celebrities do advertise non-sugar sweeteners as a source of fitness.
Should people then go back to eating sugars? Doctors clearly advise against that as well.
There should be a warning of sugar, number one, and sugar substitutes, number two, because both are not good. And all this can be had from the diet without actually needing to take sugar as a add-on to milk or coffee or tea or desserts. So sugar is not important at all for body, because we all have stored energy stores. So the warning should pertain to not only the additives like sugar free, but also the warning should pertain to how much sugar can one person have in a day. And that also comes indirectly from foods, not only just a teaspoon of sugar. And I'm totally against white sugar. I think white sugar is processed to a degree that is actually very, very harmful to us.
Since these sweeteners can sneak into your food table and disrupt metabolic health, should there not be regulation?
For our country, the Food Safety Authority can regulate. And that's the mandate of the Food Safety Authority, to ensure that people of India consume safe food. Now, since it has been proved harmful, so I think nothing should stop the Food Safety and Standards Authority.
What is found often is that sugar-free products have no or inconsequential warning signs on their product labels, like sugar-free chewing gums that even children consume. The worry is who is checking. India's Food Regulatory Authority has approved all artificial sweeteners that the WHO is advising against. So has the US FDA. With systemic reviews and tons of research and data pointing in the direction of these not being good, should it not prompt India to regulate this huge market? That looks like the way forward. With Sneha Mordani in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Of all the artificial sweeteners or non-sugar substitutes, aspartame somehow seems to have earned a terrible reputation. There's a lot of data and research that points in the direction of this artificial sweetener not being very good for us. It actually is the most commonly used artificial sweetener found in a range of products. Your diet colas, your sugar-free chewing gums, and a lot more. Why has the US FDA then not banned aspartame? Here's more.
Remember the last diet cola you had? Or that nutrition bar you consumed? Both of them have something in common. It's an ingredient that poses a serious threat to your health. Aspartame. Aspartame is now seen as the worst artificial sweetener. But where do you escape it? It is most common non-sugar sweetener used in at least 5,000 products. Aspartame is also marketed as NutraSweet, Equal, Sugar Twin and Amino Sweet. The use of non-nutritive sweeteners such as aspartame as food additives has increased over the past 3 decades as a result of dietary recommendations with the blessings of the FDA. But now the cancer research arm of the WHO is set to declare aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Recommendations on how much of the sweetener someone can safely consume will be issued by a different WHO body named the Joint WHO and Food and Agriculture Organization's Expert Committee on Food Additives. Aspartame was approved by the FDA in 1981, 1983 and 1996 for various consumer sweetener uses and foods. In 1983, the FDA approved the use of aspartame in carbonated beverages, and in 1996, it was approved for use as a general-purpose sweetener.
What is confusing for the general public is that while on the one hand, some studies report the use of aspartame to be safe, and these are mostly studies which are sponsored by the industry, some independent studies link aspartame to a long list of health problems.
What led to approval was funded research by the manufacturer. Certainly, a lobby worked hard all these years to make sales all along without citing the possible health threats that the product's been posing this entire time. Even though in 1987, a research series by Gregory Gordon not only warned against the health hazards, but also cautioned on the revolving door relationship between FDA officials and the food industry.
What industry does is they sneak into, or they manage to get into the policy making bodies. So where they do not allow, so because of the point of difference between the public health people and the food industry, they do not allow the policy to be made and using the economic angle only. That, you know, the country will make this so much employment, the country will have this taxes or whatever. So this is something which is misleading.
Recent reporting based on internal industry documents revealed how beverage companies pay third-party messengers, including doctors and scientists, to promote their products and shift the blame when the science ties their products to serious health problems. So what are these health risks associated with aspartame, a key ingredient for all non-sugar products? Dozens of independent studies conducted over decades have linked aspartame to a long list of health problems, including cancer, cardiovascular diseases, Alzheimer's disease, headaches and brain damage, kidney malfunction, and most importantly, weight gain and obesity. The list is even longer than any one of us could have imagined.
There's an unsettling story behind FDA's approval of aspartame, which led us all to believe that it's even safer than sugar. Now many leading brands in India still continue to use aspartame as a main ingredient even after so many researches against it. With camera person Deepak, this is Simranjit Kaur for India Today.
Medical experts have gone to the extent of saying that the World Health Organization's advisory is actually very confusing in nature. Some of them have said that stevia is good for you. Why is the World Health Organization then advising against it? Also, some have gone to the extent of saying that if it is so bad, why aren't food regulatory authorities world over banning these products or advising against it? There is a whole lot of confusion and we are here to clear that for you.
Stevia, an artificial sweetener, is a plant derivative. Why is it being advised against? Is that the question on top of your mind? Well, that certainly is the question that many experts are asking.
Stevia, being derived from a plant, has generally been considered to be safer than the synthetic sweeteners. In fact, some studies show that stevia can help improve glucose tolerance. There are some studies which have shown that stevia can help lower blood sugar as well as blood pressure. So people who are consuming medications for diabetes or hypertension or are on diuretics must consult a professional or a doctor before consuming stevia, and they must also regularly monitor their levels.
It is to be noted that stevia falls in the category of sweeteners advised against by the world body. But monk fruit extracts, which hardly is used in India, does not. Some experts say a blanket advisory was the need of the hour. Others do not agree.
Guideline has very clearly defined what is a non-sugar sweetener, and stevia is a part of it. So we cannot single out stevia. So there, as I said earlier, there are many non-sugar sweeteners. We very commonly used are aspartame and saccharin and now stevia, sucralose. All are part of the guideline. The evidence is studied for all of them. So stevia is equally harmful, I would say.
Some experts say some amount of confusion has been created with the new guidelines from the World Health Organization.
Stevia is a natural plant, right? It tastes like sugar but doesn't spike your glucose or insulin. So it's a safer alternative. As I said, it doesn't absorb in the body. It's secreted unchanged in the urine. So stevia doesn't really affect your body except that it gives you that taste of sugar that you need. But if we were to see stevia versus sugar, stevia will always win.
While some concerns around aspartame and other artificial sweeteners are justified, nutritionists worry it might mislead. Minimizing sugar intake and not using added sugars, getting processed foods out of the house and not putting it in your body but into the bin is what is really needed. In New Delhi with Sneha Mordani, Bureau Report, India Today.
Diet colas are bad for you. Diet sodas are bad for you. It causes insulin confusion and can cause weight gain. You heard that right. Diet colas may actually cause weight gain. So if you've been drinking diet sodas and thinking that your regular soda or colas are bad for you and these are good, then you need to think again. You need to stop using both of these products. We'll tell you why.
Hey, have you managed to eliminate regular sodas from your life? Well, congratulations then. But wait, are you switching to diet soda in order to accomplish your fitness goals? Well, that's not a good thing then. Why? Well, let us tell you how healthy diet soda actually is.
Maybe you've succeeded in quitting your regular soda consumption, but diet sodas aren't your alternative. According to some research, your brain responds to artificial sweeteners in a manner similar to how it responds to sugary sweets. Consuming them frequently could make you want more high-calorie food, increasing your risk of weight gain. The same applies to diet sodas. According to a different study, those who are overweight or suffer from obesity who converted to diet sodas were more likely to eat additional calories from food than those who continued to drink regular soda. Actually, individuals who use diet soda have a greater BMI than those who do not. Diet soda can confuse insulin. Your brain normally associates sweet with calories. In the realm of human physiology, that's a good thing. It drives your body to release insulin as sugar's chaperone to the cells to create fuel. In the past, people assumed this process couldn't occur when we consumed artificial sweeteners because calories don't allow the sweet flavor. Diet soda might alter how your brain responds to sweetness. According to studies, those who drink diet soda exhibit increased brain activity in the region of the brain linked to cravings for foods high in fat and sugar. Diet soda consumption seems to change the reward center of your brain that detects sweetness. This suggests that diet sodas may alter how your brain responds to urges for meals rich in calories. No soda, no diet soda. Then what should you drink instead?
Any diet drinks are actually not a great thing to have. I would stick to natural stuff, lemonade, sugarcane juice, which is actually better than a diet drink, or coconut water, or fruit infused waters. They're also sweet, but it's just that, you know, we are not able to cut down the taste of sugar and we want something which tastes fizzy and sweet, but actually we are mocking our bodies and completely spoiling our gut health by having diet drinks.
Diet sodas have long been promoted by beverage companies as a healthy alternative to their full sugar drinks, although this is not true medically. With Kshitija Gosavi, Bureau Report, India Today.
It's big box, big business and an ever-growing market for artificial sweeteners. We've done an analysis.
The WHO has put the spotlight on fake sugars, but artificial sweeteners has only been an ever-growing market in India, and outside increase in cases of diabetes and the growing burden of obesity world over has ensured that people turn to alternatives. The demand for low-calorie food and beverages have contributed to the market's expansion in India. For example, sugar-free Zydus Wellness's artificial sweetener brand witnessed double-digit growth last year in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic as consumers opted for a healthier lifestyle, shows data from 2021. The Indian artificial sweetener market is projected to reach a value of Indian rupee 12.23 billion by 2023, growing at a CAGR of 3.4% during the forecast period. Think about it. Stevia and other sweeteners are found in a million products. Colas, juices, chewing gum, chocolates and everything that is being sold as sugar-free. It clearly has grown way beyond just tabletop sweeteners. In India, the artificial sweetener market has witnessed significant growth over the past decade. On a global scale, the market for artificial sweeteners has also experienced substantial growth. The global artificial sweetener market was valued at approximately $19 billion in 2020 and is expected to reach $28.9 billion by 2028. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India said it's evaluating the new guideline issued last week by the World Health Organization, but strong advisories against them is unlikely. With Brijesh Vashisht, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, I don't like my coffee if it isn't a little sweet. I am diabetic. What should I do? Should I stop taking artificial sweeteners? What then should be the alternatives for me? These are some very frequently asked questions, and we're answering them for you in our next report.
I am diabetic. Should I stop consuming artificial sweeteners? I am non-diabetic, but I don't like to consume sugar. I'm okay with my stevia. Should I continue? Can I replace my sugar with honey? Are dates healthy? Are these questions on top of your mind? Has the WHO guideline on artificial sweeteners confused you? Then listen in to what experts say. Substitute for diabetes. What substitute you think a diabetic person should use for sugar? Different sugar alternatives may be healthy for different people. Natural sweeteners are generally a good choice for seniors who don't have diabetes. But artificial sweeteners do have unexpected health risks depending on someone's current health concerns and comorbidities. Natural substitutes like honey and dates can be alternatives to refined sugar. However, it is important to be mindful of portion sizes.
Good research, which is randomized controlled trials with dates, have shown that they do not have much effect as far as sugars are concerned in short term and in intermediate term, 3 to 6 months time. So a limited amount of dates is as a breakfast or as a snack we can allow in a patient who has a good control of diabetes and patient who is not very obese, and we will tell them that if you restrict to this particular quantity, nothing will happen to your sugar, and that probably nothing will happen to your weight as well.
How I can limit my sugar and what alternatives we have. How safe are natural substitutes of sugar? Natural substitutes like honey and dates can be alternatives to refined sugar and are often considered healthier options due to their natural composition and potential additional nutritional benefits. But can honey and dates manage blood sugar levels and replace artificial sweeteners?
Both have high sugar, and artificial sweeteners are not good for us anyway, but then if someone's watching their diet and if somebody's diabetic, for them honey and dates both can spike the sugar. So moderation is the key. Maybe you can change the sugar to palm sugar and do really raw honey because it's got at least the probiotics in it. For diabetics, the sugar is not really needed because a lot of glucose comes from the food itself. So sugar is not really needed, but yes, there is a palate of everyone where they need sugar. I would say a safe alternative will be monk fruit or palm sugar. Those are quite safe because they don't have high glucose spiking potential. Rest, then all the other sugars are the same, and artificial sweeteners, I'm totally against them.
Follow these steps to reduce sugar in your diet on a daily basis. Choose to drink water, calorie-free beverages or low-fat milk instead of sugary sodas and drinks. Choose whole fruits instead of processed desserts. When you do drink fruit juice, make sure it's 100% juice with no added sugar. Add fruits to cereal instead of buying sweetened cereal or adding table sugar. Use fresh fruit to sweeten plain yogurt instead of eating sweetened yogurt with added sugars in it. Choose unsweetened products such as unsweetened apple sauce, nut milks or nut butters.
Artificial sweeteners can be a short-term way for some people to lessen their use of sugar and weight management. But it can't be done on a long-term basis. Instead, do what I do for my weight management. So, when I feel like having a pastry, a processed food item rich in refined sugar, I choose to have dates instead, which is rich in fiber, healthy, but make sure to consume in moderation. With camera person Deepak Bish, Sabai Kram for India Today.
Well, that brings us to the end of this edition of Health 360. To tell our viewers, Health 360 is now online. It's Health 360 Plus on all of India Today's digital platforms, and we go live. So do remember to tune in every Friday at 5 p.m. on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube and Facebook. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, be well.